Welcome to Weekly Talk. Featuring Danny
and Chris. Hey, here we are. What is this? Episode number 30-something. Right, Danny?
Yep.
30-something. But
30
we don't...
something.
Yeah, I don't know which 30 it is, though.
Maybe 33?
Hold on. Taking a look. Stalling for time, even though I can hit pause. We are on episode 32.
Seriously?
Whew. All right, y'all. Welcome to Weekly Talk, episode number 32. As always, it is...
Danny.
And...
Chris.
Kyle.
Who's Kyle?
Your new man's.
Oh. Well, you didn't tell me about him.
He's a bitch. All right, so it's been a while. Clearly, it's been quite some time. But, what have we been doing other than the podcast?
Working out?
We have been working. No, I mean for our loyal peoples.
Oh,
we have been doing reactions.
I
All
don't
right.
count that.
She was getting it on her own. I just had to encourage it.
Okay.
And surprisingly, since Danny and I have started these reactions, we are well above a couple thousand views. So that's kind of cool.
You just like looking at Chris, guys. I already know it.
I'm gonna take. Oh, you guys hear that, don't you? We all heard it. Don't matter. All right, so what's going on, Danny? How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
All right. Well, we have a couple emails, and we do have our Brittany. It is Brittany asked. So I guess I should read the email first because Brittany asked goes into the email. So I will. I guess I'll get on that then. Danny, go ahead and do the stall for time. Yeah, I didn't realize that that's what I was gonna do. We're not a very scripted.
No, we're not.
Yeah. So actually, we'll go ahead and read the first email, which came to us roughly 15 days ago.
It's a long time.
Hey guys, figured I'd send an email. I'd send y'all an email since you don't get many. Wanted to weigh in on the topic of people not taking the coronavirus very serious. I'm constantly hearing people saying it's not a big deal, it's just a flu, blah, frickin' blah. Here's the deal, I'm 31 and have been hospitalized 3 times for lung-related issues. I have 4 kids, my 6-year-old was born with lung issues. My 5-year-old spent 3 weeks in Akron Children's Hospital in an oxygen tent after I had to give him CPR at 3 days old because his brain stopped telling his lungs to breathe. To this day, he still has issues. My 2-year-old went to Akron Children's last Sunday, so keep in mind this is 15 days ago that we got the email, so 22 days ago. Went to the ER Akron's last Sunday because we thought he had the virus. He was running a fever, coughing and wheezing so hard his sides were pulling in. There's a medical term, Danny. What is that?
What?
He said he had a fever, coughing, wheezing so hard that his sides were pulling in.
Well, you put me on the spot. I don't know.
All right. Well, we don't know the medical term for that, so it is what it is.
I'm a nurse, but I don't know everything, Chris.
They did a chest x-ray, and the bottom part of his right lung was partially collapsed. In the event, he had a cold. Oh, in the end, not event. In the end, all he had was a cold. That's it, but just a cold was enough to hospitalize him. All 4 of my children have asthma. So to the people who think that this is not a big deal, tell that to my wife. Because if my family gets it, she'll be burying her husband and 3 of her children. Sorry for the long email. I wouldn't have made it through leaving a voicemail. Keep up the good work and stay safe. Care to weigh in on that?
About taking it seriously?
Yeah.
We've already talked about this.
But you can never emphasize more than it's just take it seriously.
Yeah.
And off to email. Thank you for the email, by the way. Off to email number 2. I didn't want to say who the first email was from, clearly, just because of the what it was. So off to email number 2 from... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Hannah Watkins, if I can find it. Heyo, I have an idea that I think would be cool and would enable more interactions with your listeners, the few that we have. Say once a month, whether it be the first or last week, your listeners pick what you guys will spend a majority of the podcast talking about. What I mean by this is, say you send out a tweet, post on Facebook or something that says, give us a random topic. Then you pull from a hat or pick a random topic. You still do your usual segments like Brittany Asked and Today I Learned. But now the remainder of the podcast has to be based on whatever the random topic you choose from is. For example, if I put in something broad like school, you have to talk about school in some sense. If I say socks, you have to talk about socks. All right. I think it'd be fun and interesting. And I think it'd be challenging to to podcast on the fly, but I think it's cool. So we reached out to her, and we asked what she wanted us to talk about. And what was the answer?
Rivalries.
Rivalries. And she said that could be in anything. Sibling rivalries. That could be, school rivalries, sports, whatever.
Products.
So, what'd you say?
Products,
yeah. So we're going to get into that. I do guarantee you that it will not be the remainder of the episode, because we tried. I tried at least, and there's a lot out there. I'm not trying to say there wasn't much, but not enough that I wanted to talk about. So we will touch on that. So let's go into our weekly voicemail. All right.
Alrighty.
Hey, you guys. What's up? It's Brittany. And I know that we're doing, a rivalry podcast this week. So, one of the greatest ones that I can think of would have to be, the toilet paper roll rivalry. Is it over or is it under?
All right, Danny. Is that, I guess it's a rivalry.
Sure.
Well, all right. So our household, it's neither. Doesn't really matter.
Nope.
It has never mattered. It used to. And then I realized that I'm the only one who made it matter, so it doesn't matter no more.
It does not.
It does not. I prefer over, though. If I had to be real, I prefer over.
And I prefer it on the roll.
However, I do think that there was somebody who had pointed at the patent for the toilet paper roll or the toilet paper holder.
Mm-hmm.
In the patent, it shows a diagram of how it should be loaded. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to Google this real quick, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try to not to piss anybody off. If you're an under person or you're an over person, I don't know. I'm just going to read to you what the... you know what? Let's just ask Google. Hey, Google. Hey, Google. Is it over or under for toilet paper?
According to Wikipedia, McNatt, Cindy, Small Ways to Go Green, The Orange County Register, Factiva OCR 00020100503E64P0002T. Planet Green says that if you hang your toilet paper roll so the paper comes out over the top, not from under, you'll save on toilet paper.
All right, so...
That's according to some...
That's according to some bullshit-ass Wikipedia. And I really wasn't expecting her to read, the P-O, whatever. All right, so we're going to look at the TP patent. We're going to see what the patent says. All right, and unfortunately, it is over.
It is?
Yes, sir. It is over. This is in the patent of the toilet paper roll.
Oh.
Did
you
see
just
it?
threw the phone at me.
I meant to give her the phone. See it?
You are right.
All right, so Brittany, it is over. I don't know where you stand, but it is over. All right, now let's go ahead and finish the rest of her voicemail.
That is the biggest debate. I want to know what you guys think. And I did the winner. I put it in the randomizer thingy-majiggy. And the first one that I got was Danny. And I didn't know if we were going to go. Y'all liked it, so I just got confused and I added y'all. But whenever I did it again, I did it a second time. And is there like a way you can do like a really cool drum roll, or like I could do it? No, I can't do it. I was gonna try, but I can't roll my tongue that good. No, but anyway, I had a sick beat or something, and it is my fellow Southerner, Sandy Smith Mills. So she is the winner of the signed Weeknd CD. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see whenever you get it. Please take pictures. Please do whatever. I'm so jealous. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope that you're doing okay with the coronavirus or whatever's going on. Thank you for hearting up the post, etc., etc. That is all I have for y'all today. I'm sorry if I messed the podcast up or whatever. I love you guys. Bye.
Holy fuck, dude. How hard was it for me to put in that drum roll?
Very hard.
God, that was stupid. All right, so here's the deal. Sandy Smith Mills. I know you know who we are, and I know who you are. We've had interactions. The way this works, if Brittany didn't already tell you you've won, you've got to tell us that you've won so I know that you've listened. Typically how it goes. Don't give shit away for free without getting, well, nothing's free. Think about the stimulus checks that we're all getting. Those ain't free. We'll be paying for those over the next 4 generations. All right, so let's talk about everything going on with the coronavirus. Let's try to be quick. We don't want to ride this dumbass shit all day. What you got, Danny?
About the corona?
Yeah. What's any new updates? Are we still at square one?
I mean, what do you mean, like square one?
Do you
Obviously,
think
people keep getting the corona.
All right. Do you feel all right? So we're here in Ohio. Do you feel that we are prepared to open our state?
No.
Yet we are going to do. Well, actually, like I kind of agree with DeWine. He said it's going to be like a slow roll in. I really think it's just so people can get back to work and stop putting the blame on him.
Yeah.
I don't believe the opening up has anything to do with legitimately opening up the state. Our unemployment system has failed tremendously here in Ohio. I don't know how other states are. I don't pay attention to other states. But here in Ohio, you've got about 50% of people being denied.
Yeah.
Even though, that they've earned it or whatever. So I think that's kind of part of why we're pushing to open on May 1st. The other part is because we have a bunch of ignorant, protesting idiots. And I think we're just kind of... Mike DeWine's kind of like, all right, you guys want to fucking hurt yourself? Do it.
Yeah.
So that's where we stand. How do you feel about Florida?
Well, you saw...
I certainly did.
South Carolina opened their beaches too.
Oh, that's cool. DJ EV, he posted a picture. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I agree with him. We ain't waiting inside our houses for 1 fucking month for this dumb shit.
Right.
I mean, why are they above people?
I don't know.
And do you think that they think like maybe this thing only comes out between 5 and 9?
I have no idea what their logic is with that. I mean, they did set rules about not like chilling on the beach and stuff, but people are still ignoring those rules. So either the beach will close again, or a lot of people are going to be getting a lot of what are those charges, like fines.
We are in some very, very, very serious, tough times. And it's sad. It's really sad to know that there are people who would put their own personal pleasure above the health of everybody else.
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me, though.
It's ignorant. It bothers It don't surprise me, but it does bother me.
It bothers me, but people are selfish.
Right before we started recording, I had hit Shelly and Dave up on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And I asked them, because I read an article about how Social Security was already slated or projected to end in 2035, but they say that coronavirus has caused that date to move 2 years forward. All right? Mm-hmm. So my question was, if it's expected to run out by 2033, where does the money that I put into it go? And Shelley said it goes into a fund with your name on it, but there are more senior citizens than ever, which makes it go down faster. The politicians use that money even though they're not supposed to touch it. Do your 401k if you have one. But my argument is, shouldn't I be able to put that 12.4% into my 401k instead of some fund that isn't going to exist?
But the thing is, with the 401k, you've already saw it.
I've lost.
It's not guaranteed money.
My 401k lost a shit ton.
Yeah. So, I mean, I really, unless you put it in a savings account and don't touch it, because your 401k, that can be taken away just as fast. I'll get us another pandemic. Get us another depression. I mean, it's obviously gonna happen.
So I'm telling her my 401k went down 25 grand in literally 2 months. That's pretty scary. Mm-hmm. My issue isn't so much the money in the 401k going down. Why can't I have this 6.2% that is allocated to Social Security from my check? Why can't I have that to put it wherever I want to invest it?
I don't know.
Do you think we'll hit a point where they're going to like, oh, hey, since we've ran out, because come 2033, if it actually does run out, then what? What are you going to allocate that tax money to?
I don't know.
It annoys me to think that my retirement rides on politicians. Mm-hmm. It's fucked up. So I'm asking her, do you think we will ever be allowed to allocate that 6.2% to wherever the fuck we want it? Come on, Danny. Fill in a blank dead space.
Well, quit tweeting.
But how do you feel? You invest in your 401k too.
Yeah, but I don't really rely on it right now. So
I
don't look at it.
No, I don't look at it. And my issue is because I hit a milestone, I thought, and it went down a month. In a month, I've lost 5 years of my fucking life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it.
So I feel like 401k is just as unreliable as Social Security. And what bothered me, if New Age America, let's be real, if you don't own your home, you will not retire. Do you agree to that?
If you don't own your home?
If you do not have a house that is paid off, do you agree that you can retire?
I mean, you could probably still pay rent. I don't.
Lodging is one of the biggest expense of your monthly income, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like if we were to pay off our house, we'd have a better chance at retiring.
Yeah, because that's a big bill that's out of the way.
I suppose you're right, though. You could probably pay a rent if you had if you were a single man and you had a studio apartment, you could probably retire.
Yeah.
But a family is not going to. Did you read about these small business loans for the coronavirus, the CARES Act? Do you know what that means, by the way?
No.
It is Coronavirus Aid Relief. What the fuck is the E? Aid Relief something.
Stimulus?
Oh, economic supply. Coronavirus Aid and Relief Economic Supply.
Okay.
All right. It's out of money.
I believe it.
All right, economic security, not supply. So within 5 minutes of launching this, the small business loans, because they wanted to, obviously the small businesses are probably going to take the biggest hits.
They're hitting it the worst.
So they put this into the CARES Act, the same stimulus package that we all got. Well, some of us, because we haven't received ours. But it's gone. That money's already spoken for. Within 5 minutes of launching the small business loan program, that money was spoken for. So, do you feel like this fucking monumental $1.2 trillion did anything really?
I don't think so. I feel like maybe the first 100 that did apply for it probably got a little bailout, but...
Yeah, there's probably more than 100 people.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
We'll say...
I'm saying the first 100.
We'll say...
I don't know how much they
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the allocation of funds was or any of that.
Right.
But
I don't know how many people can have $1.3 trillion.
I feel like it's going to be more people that didn't get it than did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like with the stimulus package with us. How many people do you know still waiting for it that are hurting for it?
Quite a bit. Just
Quite a
like
bit.
unemployment.
Yeah, unemployment. This right here, I mean, this is just because let's look at the virus as like it's bad. The pandemic is bad. But it's also shown America that our economic infrastructure is not what we thought it was. We are not prepared for any kind of catastrophic event.
Right.
Like the unemployment, for instance. There are people who are on their 5th week without a paycheck.
And half of those people can't even afford that right now.
No.
Because a lot of people live a little under paycheck to paycheck.
And I'm getting real tired of seeing these arguments about, well, live within your means. Well, if your means were $300 a week and then you got taken to zero,
Yeah.
it's ignorant to say that people did this to themselves.
I hate when people say live within your means when it's hard to live. I'm not talking about us, but I'm talking about in general.
No, I know. All right.
Because we used to live
We
like
were
this.
poor. We were under paycheck to paycheck. I get it.
Yeah. We made just enough to get a cash advance to
Yeah. Oh, man. That
pay our
vicious.
bills.
Oh, my God. If you're
was a
going
vicious
through
cycle.
that.
And we had 3 cash advances all at once.
If you're going through that during coronavirus,
understand
I
struggle.
am so bad. I feel so bad for you.
Yeah. So I understand under normal circumstances, and we didn't live like lavish. I went to school, and you went to work a lot.
We had a 1-bedroom apartment, and I worked 7 days. There was no days off.
Yeah.
That was my life.
So I understand the struggle, and just to say, like, you're on unemployment, basically not your choice, because a lot of businesses had to close down.
Right.
And you're getting no money. So it kind of sucks.
And the thing with the cash advances, like, you make enough just to pay them back. But really, because you pay them back, you have no money in your pocket. So now you have to borrow it again. And now you're losing another 50% because it's pretty much what they charge. Let's be real. They rape you. That is the biggest fucking money scheme but it gets you. You get into, like Danny said, we were in this thing where we had 3 at once. We would go pay one off, right? Reborrow it just to go to the other one and pay them. Reborrow it, go to the other one, pay them, reborrow it. Don't ever.
Every Friday.
Ever. I beg of you, man, if you have any other options, don't do a cash advance.
Yeah, especially 3.
That was the dumbest fucking
we
thing.
had no one to.
Yeah, no, I get it. We're in the same, I get it. If you've got nobody that you can turn to, you've got nobody who's willing to help you for any fucking thing, I get that they're there. I just encourage you to look elsewhere or try to go without. Unfortunately, we couldn't, cars, fucking, and it's always the same shit.
Yeah. Bills, cars, everything.
They said that it is so fucking, and I agree, because I was there. The most expensive thing to be is broke. It is.
It is.
It is very expensive to be a broke person in America.
Yep.
You don't have free healthcare.
Which sucks.
You don't have free education.
Nope.
2 things that could help you a lot in achieving the American dream, you have to pay for it. So if you've already started off in the poverty zone, where do they expect you to go?
I don't know. But anyways, what we
Pretty
were
interesting
getting at,
conversation.
Yeah, what we were getting at is people don't have the money they need during these
and
times.
don't ever look at somebody else's scenario and think that you're above them, because you could be there. It's not that hard to go from owning a house to homeless.
Yep.
They estimate that 78% of Americans, let's say I made that number up. I don't know exactly how to.
I'm going to say 78%, Chris. Jesus.
All right, hold on.
That's a lot.
How many Americans are 1 paycheck away from homelessness?
Here's what I found on the web.
40%. 40% of Americans
better.
40% of Americans are 1 missed paycheck away from homelessness. What that means is that we're all living a paycheck to paycheck. Some of us are more fortunate than others. However, I encourage those of you who are more fortunate to go out and help somebody who isn't. It's not bad. Do shit without expecting something in return. You actually find value in that.
And it doesn't always have to be money.
No. Food, I
Donate
prefer.
food.
Socks.
Any little thing.
Time.
Yeah,
Donating
listen.
time is pretty valuable too.
We helped that one lady with her, I forget what is oil in her car.
Shit. The fucking rivalries, dude. Shit, we're
Okay.
already 25 minutes into this podcast, and we forgot
The biggest rivalry in my eyes, and I mean, I'm just gonna go sibling rivalries. That means a lot to me because I had obviously 8 siblings I dealt with, so we had a lot of rivalries. Who was more I don't know, in cahoots with the other. Like, we had, like, who is more close with one another or who is going to be mean to one another. So I think sibling rivalries are a good topic to talk about. Chris, you probably have some.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you have a twin sister or a twin brother and you pissed at one another, do you call each other ugly? Huh? Identical twins.
Well, Hannah and Grace, they're not identical, but
They look pretty fucking close.
I've never called them. They never called each other ugly as far as I know, but they probably said it maybe to each other. I don't know. I mean, that'd be kind of childish.
Let's admit it. Everybody growing up, if you had siblings, you always thought there was one who was just the golden child.
Brandy.
Yep, the golden child. Ronnie. Could do no wrong.
Well, Brandy, she couldn't do any wrong. I mean, you look at her, she start crying. Sorry, Brandy.
I actually didn't have too many sibling rivalries because, like...
My biggest rivalry probably had to be Ashley. We would fight all the time.
Well,
over dumb shit.
Me and Leanne would fight a lot there in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much because, like, she was, like, you know...
I think because we were the closest to age.
Well, yeah, that's how me and Leanne were. We were real close. So it was really weird. Going into high school, we were good friends. But during high school, we hated each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she put on this front at school that she wasn't allowed to be cool with me. And, I mean, she didn't. She not cool with me at all. But she was, if we would ever fight outside, like, if we were ever in a house arguing or fighting, my room was in the basement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she, you know Leanne, little 4-foot fucking zero. She would, she would try to come downstairs and run her fucking mouth to me. So I'd have to pick her up and carry her up the stairs and tell her, come pick up your daughter. So, yeah, no, sibling rivalries are fun. They're fun. Competition is good.
Yeah.
It creates a really good environment, I think. Like, I feel bad for Isaac because he doesn't have any... He's the last child. You know what I mean?
He gets spoiled.
Yeah, well, and that's what you get. Whenever you don't have sibling rivalry, you get everything. You have just straight spoiled. Rotten. Do you have any... Well, actually, I'll go ahead and read the list of rivalries I've written up.
I mean, you don't have to read them. You can just say them.
So you got Becky and Darlene. From what?
From
Roseanne.
the Connors. Well, it's the Connors.
Yeah, the Connors. Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. All right?
Mm-hmm.
One of my personal favorites, you got the Avengers versus Thanos.
Yeah.
Okay. And then in real life, we all know that consumer-driven products are known to have rivalries.
Pepsi and Coke.
Pepsi and Coke. Marvel and DC. UPS and FedEx. McDonald's and Burger King. Okay, I don't want to discuss too many of these, but in my eyes, Pepsi is the winner of the Pepsi versus Coke. Where do you stand?
Well, it depends on what I'm drinking. I like my good old rum and Coke, and obviously you need Coke for that. But to drink just plain, I would have to say Pepsi.
Well, you know, actually, I could see as I get older that my opinion changes because I do prefer cherry Coke over wild cherry Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to learn I don't really like regular Pepsi,
No.
but I don't like regular Coke either.
Oh, no. Regular Coke kind of hits you real hard, so I don't like to drink it by itself.
Now, for the longest time in history, I do read that Coca-Cola has always reigned the dominant one.
Well, in stocks, I was looking at Pepsi actually is taking over.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All right. But like I said, my opinion's always been on the side of Pepsi, unfortunately. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot. I guess it's kind of regional.
What about
too.
Michigan versus Ohio State? That's like a big one.
Oh yeah, you can guarantee that with the Michigan Wolverines and Ohio State Buckeyes playing, you're gonna have a packed stadium. You're gonna have a lot of fucking shit talking.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't follow sports, so.
I mean, I'm still rooting for Ohio.
Who's that?
Motherfucker.
OH.
Ayo.
Yeah, see that dumbass shit. You got the Steelers versus the Browns. fucking age-old rivalry there. Steelers versus the Baltimore Ravens. Why are the Steelers and the Ravens such a big rivalry, Danny?
I don't know. Do you know?
Because the Ravens at one time consisted of the original Browns teams. All right, so the Browns, I believe... I
kind of heard about that.
What was it? The Browns moved to Baltimore. Mm-hmm. All right, or Maryland or somewhere. I don't know where the fuck it's at. They moved wherever the Ravens are. And then, it became the Steelers versus the Ravens. But then the Browns re-entered the NFL or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. And all you sports freaks out there, man, you tell us about this shit.
Yeah, we don't really follow sports a whole lot, but...
Everybody knows that rivalries create loyalty. It does.
Yeah.
If you start putting... Even when, like Wendy's versus Burger King. When Wendy's gets on Twitter and starts talking shit, and they make their fans pick a side, dude...
They're savage.
They are savage, too.
And it's not even just Burger King. They'll hit McDonald's.
I'm going to just Google some mean Wendy's
tweets. So, McDonald's tried to go hard at Wendy's when they went on their breakfast launch. Didn't McDonald's do the free...
Yeah. Free McMuffin for the day of...
I hate McMuffins.
Yeah.
They're kind of gross. Like, at least get a McGriddle.
All right, so... Somebody asked, Wendy's, can you please find me the nearest McDonald's? Wendy's replies with a picture of a garbage can. All right? Our beef is way too cool to ever be frozen. Somebody writes, your beef is frozen and we all know it. Y'all know we laugh at your slogan, fresh, never frozen, right? Like you're really a joke. So here's how they reply. Sorry to hear you think that, but you're wrong. We've only ever used fresh beef since we were founded in 1969. So you deliver it raw on a hot truck. Where do you store cold things that aren't frozen?
Oh my god.
Y'all should give up. McDonald's got you guys beat with that dope ass breakfast.
Are you kidding me?
You don't have to bring them into this just because you forgot refrigerators existed for a second there. Oh. Wendy's, man. Wendy's is savage as fuck.
Yeah.
Wendy's versus Burger King, all right? Mm-hmm. The $4 for $4 meal, a tray full of mouth-filling glory. That's what, and they posted a picture of, what you can get for $4. Yeah. Burger King, 5 for $4 because 5 is better than 4. Wendy's, when are you going to fire back? Oh, no, they said, what are you firing back? And Wendy said, edible foods.
Oh, my God.
That's so good. Wendy's, my friend wants to go to McDonald's. What should I tell him? You should just find new friends.
Oh, my God.
Waiting for the Wendy's roast to happen to me. Turn your hat around. You aren't Bart Simpson, and it's not 1997. All right, because the guy has a picture of the hat backwards. Mm-hmm. Not that clever. Wendy's, good morning. How did you guys sleep? Restaurants don't sleep. You could have just said good and left it at that. We're not here to lie.
Oh, shit.
They be roasting motherfuckers, man.
I like their PR.
If I don't have a Wendy's at my location, what do I do? Move. Wendy's, your food is trash. No, but your opinion is.
Oh, shit.
Do you know any good pickup lines, Wendy's? He said, hey, you dropped your name tag. That's kind of crappy, dude. All right, so needless to say, Wendy's is savage. Mm-hmm. Wendy's is pretty fucking dope. Speaking of rivalries, you got, Marvel versus DC, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody knows that. That's forever a fucking... I don't want to talk about rivalries. I want to talk about a legend in the comic book world.
Batman?
A legend in the comic book creation world.
Stan Lee?
Another one.
Another one. No, I don't know. What you talking about?
Todd McFarlane.
Okay.
All right. So Todd McFarlane, he is... I know that he's created a couple of the Spider-Man covers. He's always been an artist for years. He's been a comic book artist for years. He went on to make Spawn. Spawn is his own creation. It's under like what the fuck comic cover? I don't know what the label is. Doesn't matter. But he just launched a Kickstarter. Okay. Mm-hmm. And this Kickstarter is for him to relaunch the McFarlane toys. All right. McFarlane toys, if you guys know, if you've ever heard of them, they actually have like these little Legos, but they're not really Legos. They're compatible with Lego, but they're like for South Park, and they're like for Family Guy and shit like that. So they're like adult oriented, I guess. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool. So McFarlane Toys is trying to redo the old Spawn action figures, all right?
Okay.
With a twist. They're no longer 3.5 inches tall. They're going to make them 7 inches tall. They're going to make them super fucking opposable. You can move these bitches in like thousands of ways, I suppose. And it's going to come with like a collector's capsule. So that's kind of dope. But what you get with it, if you pledge $40, you get to take your pick at just one action figure. You either get Modern Spawn, Classic Spawn, or Artist Proof, which is Black and W.
Yeah.
Or Black and White.
Black and W.
Black and W. You know what it is, Black and W.
I have no idea why you said that.
For $80, you get to pick. You can take your pick of one of the three, but then you get an autographed card, like an autographed placard, like a time, like to put in front of the action figure. So apparently, Todd McFarlane thinks that his autograph is only worth $40. I know for a fact it's worth significantly more than that. I've spent significantly more than that. And how dope does Todd McFarlane's autograph look, Danny?
It looks pretty dope.
He's got a fucking bomb-ass autograph. So I just wanted to bring that up. If there's any like super hardcore, comic book fans or any kind of collectors out there, this would be something you don't want to miss. I imagine one day this might be, that diamond in the rough type of find. I don't know.
Yeah.
What you looking at back there?
I'm just trying to find some stories to talk about, but ain't nothing I want to talk about.
Oh, I know, man. It's just the news itself is not very pleasing.
So how was your Easter?
Who, mine?
Yeah.
Not that good.
Why is that?
What do you mean why? I didn't do nothing.
Yeah. I was just curious.
I sat at home, dog.
I know.
Yo, get this shit. Danny works in a hospital and did not get paid for Easter. Well, she got
Because
paid, but not a holiday.
They don't consider Easter a holiday.
How the fuck is Easter not a holiday?
Most places don't do
Hey,
that.
can I call your job out?
No.
I know. Punk ass bitches.
Hey.
I ain't say no names.
Well, you still shouldn't be saying rude things about my job.
Where do we want to take this? Well, we can talk about the music scene for a second. 21 Pilots, man.
21 Pilots.
I cannot get over level of concern.
Yeah.
If I were to ever break the rule of posting music on here that I don't own, it would be that fucking song. Have you guys ever heard Level of Concern by 21 Pilots?
If not, go listen to it.
Please do yourselves a favor and go fuck with it.
Yeah.
MGK let's be
has
real.
Been
we have to bring it up.
Out some fire hits.
He is pretty much dominating the YouTube
lifestyle.
trending charts. Now you got a bunch of people trying it. You got Tory Lanez doing his shit. Cool. You got the Baby doing his shit. But you don't have anybody charting at number one every time they put it out, except for Kels. And that's pretty fucking impressive. This is a man who, I saw this. Sometimes I get tired of dick riders. That's what I call them.
Yeah.
And it's annoying. I know everybody gets tired of them. I actually see people comment on it about it. Like, people are like, oh, I can't believe y'all really tag him. That's neither here nor there. I saw this one post, and a lot of people keep referring back to how MGK once said 2020 division clear to Crown Do Fit or some shit like that. Look, man. Whatever. MGK's talked shit every year. He said this is my year every year. Because he has to. He's from Cleveland. The Cleveland Browns say, this is my year every year. So he knows what it's like to fail. But somebody did say one about that kind of cracked me up. Somebody said, oh, I was just informed that Corona is Italian for crown, which you should have probably known before today.
Hey, don't be mean.
But she said, now that tweet that song where MGK says 2020 the crown do fit, maybe he was warning us about coronavirus. I'm like, yeah, maybe. That's funny. I can see that one. That was pretty funny. Obviously, MGK didn't predict his success. He didn't predict the quarantine. But he is fucking riding this high pretty well.
Right.
He is fucking owning this shit. I don't think there's too many artists out there who can compete with what he's doing. How did you feel about his Sublime cover.
I thought it was fun.
All right, so if you watched our reaction video to that, I said, hey, I think they have a typo because they said Sublime with Home, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Sublime with Rome. I was correct.
You were right.
I was right. There's one thing I'm really good at, and that's music. Not playing or any of that, but knowing. I know music pretty well. And I could read it pretty well, too, like music notes. What do you got going on, Danny? What do you want to talk about? What is your favorite quarantine song?
Quarantine song?
It could be from any artist. Obviously, mine's coming from MGK because obviously it's just coming from MGK.
I don't know, Chris. I mean, the only ones I've heard are from MGK, other than the Kalani song, but that wasn't...
Well, I have to say Tory Lane's Dope Boy Diaries. That's a quarantine song.
That wasn't a quarantine song. That was his latest album.
He just put the song out 2 days ago, Danny.
Whatever.
The song that we reacted to, we reacted to it the day it came out.
That's from his album, though.
I don't care if it's from the album or not. It came
then
out
fine, that one.
Came out during the quarantine. Apparently, what she means is like she wants to know. All right. We'll do that. What is your favorite quarantine? Has to be only because of the quarantine.
I don't know.
All right, mine is either MGK. Sadly, guys, man, her song too really didn't hit what I thought it would have. I don't not to say I don't hate this song, just not what I wanted, not what I expected. So out of his quarantine sessions, Smoke and Drive is probably my favorite. Pretty Toxic Revolver would probably fall into number 2, and that's pretty much it. Oh wow, that's Sublime one. That's pretty cool. So what do you got?
Well, I don't have any favorites. I really don't. I'm not listening to everything.
That What's Poppin' was pretty dope too. What's Poppin'. But right now, my all-time favorite quarantine session song is from Jukebox the Ghost. I'm really digging this group. Danny knows a couple of songs. I don't know why I like them as much as I do. It's just a different type of rock. They're pretty cool, pretty chill, and I think you guys would like them. Devon Terrell is doing some pretty badass shit with the quarantine too. He's just a really good singer. Who's that, Danny?
Devon Terrell?
Yeah.
Devon Terrell.
Who is it?
He's a singer.
Do you fuck with him?
I don't listen to his music all the time. Why are you freaking giving me the third degree?
What? Well, you're not even talking, dude.
Because you're talking about shit I don't want to talk about.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Not quarantine shit.
All right. You want to go out to eat? I'm joking. I will say this, guys. It's pretty boring, dude. What the gas prices are pretty low. People think that's great, but that's really not good for economy. So I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but low gas prices is never good.
Yeah.
Especially whenever it's like this low. I filled a car up that only takes $50. $22.
We bought a Bowflex.
Bought a Bowflex. All right. Now that we're about to. This is going. 2020 will be my year to lose this stomach.
Yeah.
Regardless of
we already have a treadmill we've been running on.
Yeah, and I've actually been running because I started off walking, but we've actually been running. Put a TV. We put a TV into the workout room.
Yep. We're being serious.
That way, because when you get off of a 12-hour shift, you don't want to have to choose entertainment or working out. So we decided that if we put the entertainment with the working out, we can just knock them both out, then get our shower and go to bed. Because if you had to do them both, you're looking at an hour of workout, then you're looking at 30-minute shower, and then you're looking at an hour of entertainment. So really you have...
Cutting on my sleep.
You already got 13 hours of your day gone, so that's what, 13, 14, 15 and a half, 24 minus 15 and a half, you only have 8 hours of sleep. Well, not even 8 hours, because then you got to get ready. Dude, I don't want to work 12-hour shifts no more, man. I'm really hoping...
He's been spoiled, not working.
Yeah, I go back to work on Monday, y'all. I'm regretting even agreeing to it, to be honest.
Well, you already agreed to it.
Well, I do have vacation. I'm really hoping that... So my job, we work 4 on, 4 off. But because of the corona, anybody who... We're open voluntarily. Anybody who volunteers to work, like retards, has to work Monday through Friday, which means you only have 2 days off. All right? So back in the day, 4 on, 4 off, if you took vacation for your 4 days of work, the 4 before and the 4 after were also off of work. Since we're on fucking Monday through Friday, you have to use 5 days to get 9 days off. That's not fair in my eyes. Do you agree with that, Danny? I feel like if we're doing Monday through Friday, then they should give us the vacation like Monday through Friday. Because Monday through Friday workers earn vacation differently than we do.
I know they do.
Which isn't... Yeah, so if you're going to force me to do that, then you're going to fucking compensate me, dog.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not, because my... and she don't like talking shit about her job, but I will. My job sucks. Mm-hmm. They treat us like fucking doo-doo. So there's that. There's that. I mean, it does pay the bills. You guys do got me there. You do pay the bills.
That's fair.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that my 72 hours a week has earned me everything I got. Not you. So how do you feel about these reaction videos, Danny?
They're fun sometimes.
Do you enjoy them?
Depending on the song.
Yeah, so there's like we said, her song part 2 really didn't it wasn't as great as everybody in our eyes. Not trying to downplay how you guys feel, but to me it didn't live up to the hype that her song 1 had.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It didn't do well for me. So when we react to songs that our first listen is what you see and it doesn't do very well with us, we're like, oh, fuck, people are going to they're going to castrate us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whatever, though. We got to...
You know what? I'm going to talk shit now, since we get, comments and stuff about, oh, I can't believe you said that, or blah, blah, blah. This is usually our first listen, so unlike people that listen to it 20 times before they catch something, I am going on a first listen. So if we don't catch every freaking, what is it? What am I trying to say?
Well, for the record, the Chris Wallace line, nobody calls Biggie Chris Wallace. Nobody
no, I'm not talking about the Chris Wallace sign.
Then what are you talking about?
The fucking balsamic vinegar thing.
No,
the salad dressing or whatever.
The thing is,
we weren't even saying...
I did catch what they were talking about.
I know.
I knew that he wasn't talking... He said, I stay dressed, no balsamic. Obviously, he's not talking about salad dressing.
Yeah.
He is making a play on words.
We just...
It was a good fucking... What would you call that? A metaphor? Or...
Yeah, metaphor. Whatever.
We understand how rap works.
Yeah, we're not...
That one did kind of irk me. You're right.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, yes, we're going to miss certain bars.
But I didn't miss it. And
I'm not talking about that. They were
hating on because I looked at you and I said, huh, you get it, dressing? The person was like, what, you really think he's talking about salad? You think I'm fucking stupid enough to think that he's talking about salad dressing? Come on, man.
I know. But I was just talking, we're not always going to catch
Nah.
every
Most
metaphor.
Of these... Let's be real. MGK's been putting out these really fast...
Yeah.
So, obviously, it's going to take a couple listens. I'm with you there. She just got me heated, y'all.
I know. But it was on my mind for the last week or whatever.
Well, the thing with me is I live for, her and I will be driving down the road, and I'll hit pause. And I'll be like, hey, did you get that? And she'll be like, what the fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
I love breaking down bars.
And I don't mind it, but I'm a little slower at it.
So... Don't castrate me because I didn't fucking catch the bar that you caught on your 10th time.
I'm listening to, the first bar and trying to comprehend it and analyze it, and then he says, or whoever says something else. So, yes, I'm going to miss things because I'm too focused on the other part.
We did fixate very much on the Titanic and
we got
James
way
Cameron.
Too freaking involved.
Well, we focused on Titanic and James Cameron. We didn't even look at the line before it, where he said, if it's their truth, then you sink in it.
Yeah.
I was like, come on. So, yeah.
Whatever.
Shit's bound to go over people's heads.
That's fine.
What they're written for.
We just like doing it because it's entertaining.
Also, I gotta talk on this. Motherfuckers, it's 20, okay? Nobody does a freestyle off the top of the head anymore. Nobody. Those don't exist.
Well,
so don't
do.
go on his videos and hate this ain't a freestyle. Freestyle means free of any style. free of a form that is, ABAB, BBB, BBB. You know what I mean? Free of that. So free of structure, I think is what Big Daddy Kane said. So don't be hating. Just because it's not off the top, don't mean it's not a freestyle. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What do you mean some people do? Well, I guess we did see that, what the fuck is her name? What's that one girl's name? The redhead.
Valentina?
Yeah, she did a pretty dope freestyle on Sway, where they were throwing word, like any word type of freestyle. They'll throw a word at her and she'll have to start rap. So some people can hang, some people can't. I don't think every rapper...
And I like Chris Webby's Quarantine song.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I'm looking forward to some Skrizzly Adams, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think that's it. We're at 50 minutes.
I got a new mic, too.
She got a new mic.
And it's red.
And it actually sounds pretty good. And if you guys bear with me, check this out. I'm going to show you... Well, I'm not going to show you anything. But what I'm going to do is... We've been bitching and bitching and bitching. So you're not going to hear me right now.
I'm talking. What do you want me to say?
So you hear that? I'm
Yep.
talking out of one mic. Oh, no, I'm not. Now I'm talking out of another one.
We got 3 mics going.
So I have figured out.
He's switching over the connections. Give it 1 second.
I have figured out how to run 3 mics. It took some time. And I do believe I could run 4 if need be. But 3 is more than enough during the quarantine.
Yeah, because we are not using the third one. I only use the third one when I'm sitting next to Chris for reaction videos, since he threw me in the corner.
Dude, well, you put yourself there.
Because I can't sit on that hard-ass bench, and this is starting to hurt my butt. This chair.
Before we go, has anybody on our show who listens, has anybody ever heard of gas station encounters? If you have not, please YouTube gas station encounters and thank me later.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty worthy. I'm not gonna. Actually, they're from here in Ohio, and they have 1.5 million fucking subscribers. Must be nice.
Must be nice.
No, I'm pretty. I actually wrote them a letter and asked for their autograph because you guys all know I love the autographs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll buy me some autographs.
He doesn't want mine though.
Huh? What'd you say?
Said you don't want mine.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to you.
Guess what Danny let me acquire recently, guys?
What?
I officially have every MGK studio album signed.
Yeah.
Yep. I have Lace Up.
Mm-hmm.
I have... What's the other one?
Bench?
Oh, no, that was an EP.
Oh.
And he didn't really release that for record or like to actually physical buy.
Okay.
I have Lace Up. I have General Admission. I have Bloom. And obviously Hotel Diablo. What the fuck did I buy? Huh. Oh, and the Rage Pack. I got the Rage Pack, y'all. Holy fuck. How dope is that? We're pretty much going to have a wall of NGK autographs. Mm-hmm. With that and 100 words in running. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 MGK signed things. Holy fuck.
So come rob us.
Huh? Yeah, but we get to find out where I'm from, too. So, yeah, good luck. I changed it. It don't say it on Twitter no more. Go ahead, look. It don't. Nope, don't know.
They'll find out.
So here's the thing. Yeah, got a lot of autographs that I'm pretty stoked about. Pretty fucking dope. Oh, and my dude, I have secured a deal. I'm getting Lace Up the mixtape off of him. I'm going to get Half Naked and Almost Famous signed by MGK. And I'm getting The Dirt, a poster of The Dirt from, release night, signed by Colson Baker.
Which is dope.
Yeah. So that one I'm actually dropping a pretty penny on. But that's what collectors do. One day they're going to be worth money, hopefully. At least some of them will be. We know that all the Eminem ones. We know that, a couple of the MGK ones. We know that all the Ariana Grande ones. Yeah, come rob us.
Yeah.
Don't, because I'll have my fucking dog kill you. For real. Don't even consider robbing me. Without anything else to say, I guess that's it, right?
That's it.
All right, you guys. Thank you for fucking with us. Please tell people about the reactions. We are enjoying doing those. 859-444-4641. Brittany, that's pretty much your line. Nobody else calls it, so that's cool. That's it, you guys. Sandy Smith Mills, you are the proud winner of the weekend. You have to hit me up to get it, though. Peace.
Bye.